So today's episode is going to be a little bit broken up, I think. We're going to kick off with the match against Luzern, who are currently up in 4th place. It has only been 5 days or so since our 5-4 win against Marseille, but knocked out of the Europa League because we conceded so just too many goals. We conceded too many goals, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We are currently sat 2nd place in the table. A win here might put us back on top, depending on what happens with the Basel game. And for the second match of the episode, those are words, I genuinely don't know what we're going to do. It might be Young Boys, because they are somewhat in this fight as well. They're probably a little bit too far away now. But yeah, well, let's just play Luzern. Now, it's really obvious to say, but we just need to keep winning games, basically. If we just keep winning games and hope Basel slip up, ideally when they play us, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? If they can start slipping up throughout the season, then we should be crowned champions. I don't want to happen what happened last season. Basel were playing Vaduz at exactly the same time as we are playing Luzern in a bit of a kick clash. Pusic with a free kick for us. Where's it going to go then? Left-footed free kick from a fair distance, tries to curl it in the top corner, hits it just wide of the post. Only 5 minutes played. Ishikawa with a throw down the line to Hamza Rafia. Back to Ishikawa. Ball forward to Sene in the penalty area. This is a confusing kick clash, isn't it? Rafia's effort goes over the bar. I feel like we've played Luzern on camera before, and I complained about this before as well. Half an hour played, still 0-0. Only 2 shots on target, but good news as well. Basel and Vaduz are drawing 0-0. I say that as Vaduz pick up a red card. Not the most exciting game of football, once again. Much like last episode, I'm going to thrash arms. That's been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Pusic, I'm going to say to you, you've not been good enough individually. You've been demotivated. Probably your day done, mate. Right, we're going to put Rafia onto the right wing because he can play there. Han is going to come on as the shadow striker behind Brenner. We just need to get some chances, I think. I imagine Pusic has probably had a lot of the ball and just ballsed it up a lot of the time. It is Pound G could be his name. Don't know. Crosses it in. Abubakar's there. Romagna heads clear. Only as far as Lopez, though. It is very confusing that both teams are wearing blue and white, and we've both got blue on our right-hand side of our kit. It's annoying me. I wish I could change it. Bazunu rolls the ball out then to Noah Loosely. Forward to Alan Aragoni, now Herc. Rafia on the right, back to Herc again. Probably back to Loosely, I think it's the pass. There you go. Noah Loosely does have this ball. Left-hand side is a good pass to find Sene. Ishikawa's going for a run. So is Brenner. Controls it well. Gets past one slide tackle. Takes it too far wide, if you ask me. Back to Sene. Tries to get some space for himself and manages to do it. And Mamadou Kale Sene makes it 1-0. Curls it into the top corner. We now need to take advantage of this and maybe get another 1 or 2. I think the team talk at half-time definitely worked. Salcedo is struggling, but bear in mind, he's playing as a box-to-box midfielder, and it's not really his position. And Luzern are down to 10 men, because that was a terrible 2-footed scissor tackle, probably off the ground as well. Schultz with a free kick for Luzern. Jashari, ball forward. Ishikawa intercepts it. This kick clash is concerning me because every time I see it coming to one of our players, I think it might be one of theirs, and I'm panicking. Rafia to hand, ball on the right-hand side is Alan Aragoni, crosses it in. Brenner's going to get there. No, he's not. It's a header clear, and it might still carry on. I thought that was our player they passed it to. It wasn't. It was one of theirs. Loosely's coming for a run then. Aragoni. Rafia's on the right. In the middle is, sure, one of their players. Han chases back to try and steal the ball and can't manage it. Brenner, though, does the job. Salcedo stops him back to Herc. Over the top, heads down from Han to Rafia. Should have made it 2. We're going to have a corner instead, though. Rafia's the man to take it. 67th minute, header clear. Dos Santos heads a little bit further. That corner was awful. Instead, we've got a throw. Still not quite at 70 minutes. Passing around, down the right, good ball. Lovely bit of football there. Aragoni can cross. Brenner doesn't bother jumping for it. Aragoni gets it again. Maybe try a low cross this time. They're going to go down to 10 men, aren't they? Oh my word, what have you done? Brenner's in on goal. He's got no support. It doesn't matter. Hamza Rafia is there. I mean, the keeper probably should have saved that one. It's 2-0. We got very lucky with the second chance, but I will take it. This match, Brenner is proving to us that he is not only a goal scorer, he is a goal assister. 2 assists, Sene and Rafia on the score sheet. No goals so far for Brenner, but he is still on a 7.9. Haile Selassie, the player that we sold to Luzern in January, loosely doesn't control it well, and Gavin Bazunu should have stopped that one. That was terrible goalkeeping. It is 2-1. They are a team of 10 men, right? We're not like making this up. We should be beating them by more. We're going to do another change. I mean, Ishikawa needs to come off. for Schmid. No, Hefty. Let's go for Hefty. Give Hefty a chance on that left-hand side. Do we also do Herc coming off for Brescianini? I think we do. So that is all of our subs. It's not all of our subs. We get 5 in Switzerland, don't we? Free kick for Luzern, and it's 2-2. They're playing 10 men, guys. They're playing 10 men. How was it 2-2? Gavin Bazunu's on a 6-4. Romagna's on a 6-4. So both of those two taking blame for that goal. Our XG is nearly 2. Theirs is barely 1. That's ridiculous. 5 minutes of injury time. We're just going to fly through it. And that is a poor result. We were 2-0 up. We were 2-0 up. We were the better side by a country mile. And we lose. I'm embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed by that. Bazunu, furious with your performance. Romagna, you weren't good enough. Your mistake cost us. I don't know whether it did, but that's what I'm going to say. Also, Hefty gets a 6-4. I'll take that one on the chin. That might have been my fault. The only silver lining is Vaduz and Basel drew 0-0 as well. So we are as we were. If we won, we would have gone top of the table. Because I think on results against, maybe? I don't think we've lost against Basel. We've lost twice against Basel. We might have been second still. If we won 2-0, which we were at one point winning 2-0, we would be top of the table. I think we're going to come back for the Young Boys game. So we're going to have 3 matches in between, in the middle of this episode. So Servette, Lausanne and Vaduz, all away from home. Not ideal. We'll return for the Young Boys game, but hopefully we can pick up 9 points from those matches and Basel can drop some points as well. So the good news is that we did manage to pick up 9 points from those 3 games. Servette, a 5-2 win. Lausanne, a 3-1 win. And Vaduz, just a 1-0 win, although we should have scored about 15. We had 37 shots on target, scored 1. Brenner also missed a penalty. We should have just absolutely dominated them. We did, and only scored 1. The league table means we are still sat in second place, and that is because Basel are basically matching us result for result, but it's now kind of a 2-horse race. As much as we don't want Basel to do well in the league, we do want them to do well in Europe, and they have continued doing that as well. They've beaten RB Leipzig and then drew with RB Leipzig, which means they are through to the next round, where they've got Atletico Madrid, which I imagine they're probably going to lose that, but you never know. I thought they might have lost against Newcastle or Leipzig, so the fact that they are still going strong is good news for us. And by good news for us, we are now on an 8.8 coefficient for the season. It's still not our best season by any means, but it is much better than what we are losing. And are we going to go higher than 9th? We are still going to go to 9th, but we are not far away from 8th place. And obviously, Basel still have 2 games to play. I don't know whether there are any Greek teams still left in the competition, which means we could be the best of the rest. Realistically, when you look at coefficients, you've got the top one, then you've got the next kind of batch, then you've got the next batch, then you've got the rest of everybody else. We could be the best of the rest, which is where we want to be for the foreseeable future until we can then break into the best of the best, which might take some time. We've also done some transfer business. Udemar? I don't know. He's German. He's definitely Brazilian. He was born in Brazil, but he's also part German. He came up on, I can't remember. It was like a weird scout report, and they went, sign him. And I looked at him and went, yes, I will sign him. Yeah, he got released from Jasioba. Might be what they're called. I don't know. But we brought him in. We have also arranged 2 more transfers for the summer. Lucien Agume, who I think everyone knows of Lucien Agume, right? He's good at football. I think we might be overloaded in midfield, especially when I show you the next player, who is definitely going to be a starter for us. And he's only 17. It's Ermin Kapsovic, 17-year-old Bosnian central midfielder, signed from Sarajevo. He's costing £1.1 million, which was his minimum fee release. And yeah, he came up on the next gen. I think he was like 27th or something on the next gen. Yeah, he's good, isn't he? He's good. He's a perfectionist. We might have ourselves a literal superstar here. We might have ourselves a superstar. Our midfield next season is very overloaded. And just before we play our Young Boys game, Basel have drawn 2-2 with Lausanne, which means a win against Young Boys will put us top of the table. 31 games played. What does that mean left to play? I don't know. I don't know how many games there's left to play. 5. 5 games left to play. We could be top of the table, and one of them will be against Basel. This is now a massive game. I have to admit, I am loving the fact that we have a set starting lineup and we've got good replacements. When you think we've got Genepo as our left winger, but we've also got Sene, who can play as that left winger. We've got Pusic, we've got Raffia, we've got all sorts of options all over the pitch, which is great. Defensively, I think we're struggling. We do need some more defenders, but obviously in the summer we do have Pershers and somebody else joining. I can't remember his name. He's from Celtic. He's a guy from Celtic and he's from Ireland. So already 15 minutes played against Young Boys and they have yet to do much at all. They've had most of the possession, but they haven't had a single shot yet. But obviously there's been no shots, no highlights, so it doesn't really matter. It is the first one though, which has taken 30 minutes to get here. Garcia has the ball for Young Boys. Cindy Lauper across to Kamara, back to Cindy Lauper, all the way back to Von Bullmoose in goal. Big kick over the halfway line. But it's fallen for Musa Genepo. And Musa Genepo really should have put that one in the back of the net. What about Petar Pusic? Free kick from a long way out. He's hit the outside of the post and it goes wide. One day he's going to score one of them. Well, this is potentially going to be another one of those games, isn't it? It is 0-0 at half-time. Very few highlights. We've got an XG of 1.1. And Young Boys literally have not had a shot yet. Hamza Raffia is on a 6-3 at the moment. He is starting to look like potentially a weak link in our side, but then again, so is Brenner. Pusic also not looking so great. Romagna, Ishikawa was struggling on a 6-6. Fasnacht on goal, their first shot on target. Their first shot probably, and it's 1-0 to Young Boys. That is literally their first shot of the game, and they've scored it. And look at these match ratings. What is going on? We've got some players who are playing really well, some players that are playing badly. Pusic's corner comes in, doesn't manage to find a blue and white shirt. Genepo collects it. Back to Brescianini, on the ground to Musa Genepo again. He's stopped. Why is he stopped? Romagna to Genepo, tries to find some space for himself. What are you doing, Musa? Pusic, back to Toma, all the way. We literally had the ball nearly in the 6-yard box. Aragoni's going for a run, finds Raffia, and Raffia's hit the outside of the post. We are never going to score in this game. Right, Pusic needs to come off. Sene's going to come on. Raffia's going to come off for Montiel, I think is what we're going to do. And we're also going to do Romagna for Vukalic. Vukalic did actually score in, I can't remember what game it was, Servette maybe? Aragoni's throw to Montiel. Now Bastian Toma. Back to Alan Aragoni. Crosses it in. Brescianini unmarked. He hits it over the bar. We're never going to score. We are never going to score in this game. Final 10 minutes of the match. We're going to have to go attacking. This is 3 points dropped. This is 100% 3 points dropped. They've had one shot on target and it's managed to find its way in the back of the net. We've got a free kick in a good position. Montiel takes it. It's hit the wall. It's hit the wall. And now Young Boys have the ball and they can probably just pass it around. We need to intercept this because I'm worried that this might be a 2-0 to Young Boys. Imeri with the ball in the centre circle. Finds Haas. Now Fasnacht, the goal scorer, collects it. Little flick to Haas. Plays it back to Martins. Ball forward towards Fasnacht. Ishikawa was nowhere to be seen. And it is a superb block from Alan Aragoni. We've deserved something out of this game. We really have. But defensively, we have been horrendous. Brenner's on a 6-4 as well, which has not been a good thing. Imeri's taking forever to take the corner, which I don't blame him. I would. If you are 1-0 up against a team who are clearly better than you, I would take forever. Nasame should have scored that. I think he was offside anyway. 40 seconds of injury time. There are 40 seconds of injury time to play. Young Boys have the ball, passing it around in their own penalty area. Are we going to steal it, or are they going to come forward? Brescianini with it. Finds Montiel. Back to Toma, over the top. Can't get it past the defence. Ishikawa tries to keep it alive, but heads it straight to a yellow and black shirt. And now Young Boys can just pass it around. It's going to be 2-0, isn't it? Fasnacht through to Nasame. Bazunu doesn't do much. And it is a 2-0 defeat against Young Boys. Where what have we done here? Gavin Bazunu, I've said this multiple times, I think. I want him to be our number one goalkeeper for the rest of this save. He's barely making me consider it for the rest of the season at this rate. A 6.2. That's a water bottle. I'm not happy. You should be demotivated. Some of you were horrific. We had 22 shots, an XG of 2.12, 0 goals. That was just awful. We're going to quickly go to the squad and sort by our last 5 games. Gavin Bazunu, a 6.7 on his last few games. If we look at his form, 6.2, there's a 6.4 there, there's a 6.4 there. He's either amazing or the worst. There is no middle ground. I'm going to fine you 2 weeks' wages because you deserve that. You basically cost us that. We've also got players like Herc and Romanian not doing so well. Raffia is inconsistent to say the least at the moment. Although he did come off on a 6-6 in the end, but he was on a 6-3 at one point. That match genuinely could cost us the title. Next episode will be the final 5 games of the season. We will play the Basel game on camera, and then we will play the title decider on camera, whether that be Lugano, St. Gallen, Winterthur, or Servette. It could be any one of those. I'm hoping it's the Servette game, and we are the winners, and we become champions. But there we are. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back for the final episode of Season 4? Is it Season 4? I think it's Season 4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.